Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome you guys to the channel. It's your Big Dog back with another one take review. Today I got one for STARGIRL Season 2, Episode 11. Now listen, I told y'all at all times, when anything happens to my girl Court, I am concerned. I am concerned completely. So Court wakes up into the Shadowlands in which she was sent by Eclipso. And I was wondering this entire episode, why did Eclipso send Court to the Shadowlands? What does he benefit from sending her to the Shadowlands and not just killing her? Because that, to me, I'm like, that makes more sense if you just simply kill Stargirl. Well, she's probably one of the biggest like obstacles. You know what I'm saying? So why did he send her to the Shadowlands? Then the episode goes. You have the parents crying. You have obviously Barbara, Pat crying, Mike sad, Beth sad, Jenny. Everybody's sad, obviously. I don't know if Yolanda knows about it. We didn't really actually cover Yolanda and Rick, but we did get to see them. So they go to the Shadowlands. We get to see, oh boy, the magician's son, the guy who got killed by Icicle last season. And they go back over a scene that we saw from season 1, in which Courtney lied about him getting the magic tree right. And then he confronts, and then just like, okay, this is weird. So I'm thinking, because the Shadowlands seemed pretty chill at first. You know, I'm just like, oh, nothing's bad actually happened here, you know? And then you start going over all the different things. And I felt like it was a build-up. You know, it didn't just like go right into it like, oh, this is tragic and everything like that. It was actual build-ups. Of course, going through different places and different things she's been to. Then she finally fights Shiv, obviously. My girl ain't got a staff. She lost this one. Okay, it's cool. Because, you know, last time she dominated Shiv, they go back and forth in their fights. You know, that's one of the best rivalries, I think, just in general, and just like these types of shows. Like, they have a great rivalry. So she does see Cindy, and Cindy pretty much tells her like what's going on, and Cindy just like, hey, you're real. So, oh, let me let you know what's going on. Cindy doesn't really care about Courtney. She's like, hey, I killed my daddy a bunch of times, and I killed you a bunch of times. And this the part of the episode I think why I really fell in love with it. It's when Cindy was like, hey, I'm gonna continue. And I know this happened further from what I was talking about, but Cindy was just like, hey, I killed my dad. I like this. Bring on your worst, Eclipso. And I knew as soon as she said that, I'm like, Eclipso was giving you what you thought you wanted, or what you wanted. You killing your dad, that means, he knows that means nothing to you. And you've got in such a habit of thinking, hey, I'm cool in this place. Nothing's bad is gonna happen to you. I'm already bad. You know what I'm saying? She called, she's like, Court, she told Courtney, like, yo, you too good, new girl. You know what I'm saying? So she thought she was just as badass. And then once I heard Cindy's mother's voice, I said, yeah, he was just waiting on the right time to spring it on him. Because she thought she was getting used to the Shadowlands. She thought that, oh, this is nothing. Then he brought that, once he pulled that mama card, I said, oh, she's done. And that's pretty much what she was. She wasn't the same after that. Like, the rest of the time she was in the Shadowlands, she was not the same. She's trying to help Court, but they both just arguing back and forth like, hey, Court, like, of course you would give up hope on getting out of here. She's like, there's nothing to do. Court walking around, she discovers Dr. McNider, who's been there for a long time, but time works different in places like that, which I'm not surprised about at all. Alternate realities and alternate timelines, times always work differently. So him still being the same age as when he first went in there, completely understandable to me. And we also see the Shade, who's recovered a little bit, but not enough, because once Eclipso got the diamond, he busted it, and he sent Courtney back into the Shadowlands, obviously. So we get in a situation where that Barbara and Pat obviously confront him like, hey, I need you to get my daughter, you know. And they found him because Jade uses her ring to find the Shade. But there were 2 locations, and what's name went to one, and they went to Pat and Barbara went to one, and then they went to the other. I thought something bad was gonna be at the other location, but I guess we didn't see anything, or maybe we might find out what was at that other location next episode. I'm still not sure about that. But yeah, they finally convinced the Shade. They're like, hey, we need you to bring our daughter back. Because Shade really he has no way of accessing his power to the point that he wants to anymore. Because now that the diamond is destroyed, like, Shay, your power is not going to be what they once were. And here's the thing: he didn't know he put Dr. Minata in there to save him from the ISA, but he didn't know Dr. Minata was actually still alive. So once they tell him that, of course he leans into it more, because the Shade feels, you know what I'm saying, regret for not save or knowing about Eclipso and not being able to protect Dr. Minata's daughter, you know. And I like the interaction between Court and Dr. Minata as well, because once he take the glasses off and you hear his daughter talking to him, that's like, I see why he wear them glasses all the time. I would never take them off either. I would rather see the shadowy stuff all day, all night, nonstop, rather than take out those glasses for 5 minutes to be put in one of those illusions. No, that's tragic. And this is why I love Courtney as just a hero in general. Okay, just a bona fide hero, and definitely one of my favorite live action heroes. Top 5 live action heroes for me personally. Okay, already it's on season 2, and season 2 ain't even finished yet. When the Shade opened up the portal, or opened up the place for them to get out, Court and Dr. Minata could have easily walked through. She said, wait. That she's risking not being able to get out to go save the person who's literally been in the Shadowlands killing a version of her the entire time. A girl who still probably wants to kill her. But Court saw the tragedy that Cindy went through, bro. I'm just like, are you serious? Like, are you serious? And we see like the whole history behind like Cindy and her mother and how she killed and what she killed her for. Just all of that. The way her dad had treated her and changed all of that. I'm just like, you feel for Cindy. Don't get me wrong, Cindy's still a bad person. And when she was blaming Court for something, Cindy has a bad habit of blaming people for her own actions, and she did that with Court multiple times, especially the past couple episodes. Like, oh, this is your fault. Courtney, like, you literally, what are you talking about? You psychopath, you tried to kill me. Shut up. Like, I'm like, yeah, Cindy, like, I don't know what you think. Like, you tripping. Like, you not in the right on this at all. But I thought it was so good. But yeah, she go back and bring Cindy out. But before she can get to Cindy, because this, like I said, this was kind of this explains why Eclipso did what he did. He shows Courtney everybody who's been influenced by her. He goes to Yolanda, and he shows her, tells her like Yolanda's life is worse because of her. Then he shows her Rick, and it's not Eclipso, the man Eclipso. It's the little boy. I hate him with a passion, but God damn it, the little dude is talented. Man, he got the most punchable face I have ever seen in my damn life. I want to kick him. I want to stomp him, man. Not the actual little boy, but the Eclipso little boy. You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I don't mean like I want to beat up a kid, but I want to beat up that kid. You feel what I'm saying? But bro, and then he just like, everybody blaming you. It's not your fault. It's mine. I did this to everybody. How do you feel about it? And I knew only thing he was waiting for was to get Courtney to say he hates her. Because once you broke everything, you broke everybody else around her down. Now you break her into saying that? No telling how much more powerful Courtney's telling Eclipso she hates him just made him. And that's the part. It was like, it wasn't just all about strength. It was another factor to it, and I thought that was one of the dopest parts about it. God, it was good, man. It was good. And obviously, they get out, and it's like, hey, it's time to go get Eclipso. But I think Courtney don't even realize how big the mistake she made, surrendering to that hate and anger and hate. Hate. I'm about to say hatred. I already said hate, but yeah, I don't think she realized how big of a deal that was when she said that. But she definitely will real soon. I think it's gonna be some repercussions with her and the staff because of that. But we only got 2 episodes left, I think. I cannot wait. This show is incredible. I just know we in for one hell of a season finale. I cannot wait to see how they wrap this thing up. You guys let me know what y'all thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the vid. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll catch you with you guys later. Peace.